Hi, we're Kev and Emma. 18 months ago we started a new adventure and bought a 57-foot narrowboat called Ripple. Why not join us and watch our highs and lows, the renovations and changes we've made, the clever storage that's been created, and find out what it's really like living and working full-time aboard a narrowboat with 2 dogs while exploring the waterways of our beautiful country. So it's 20 to 10. We have done a lock, a swing bridge, and the services. So we are by now. No, to be fair, we normally sat on the sofa with a cup of tea at this time. Okay, so this stretch of river is the one that almost got Kev to the point where he was ready to give the boat up last October, and we inadvertently travelled on it when it was kind of rising yellow/red. It was really fast. So how are you feeling about it today?
I've changed my mindset today because I build stuff up in my head and think, oh, and catastrophise it, and it's the worst thing in the world that's going to happen. I'm looking at today as a day trip to Thorpe Park. Sun's out, got a cup of tea, got a can of Coke, got a bottle of water. Yes, I do drink water.
You're in charge of the roller coaster?
And I'm in charge of the roller coaster.
Okay.
So I think some of the
that worries me.
The tight corners, I may just give it some welly, just to scream if you want to go faster kind of thing.
Good God.
But I'm going to try and change my mindset as we go, because I can't keep just not sleeping the night before because I'm worried about it.
Yeah. The good thing is that I bring the calm to the relationship.
She does.
So, you know, I will calm him down and talk him through things. But then sometimes I'm so laid back that when I don't foresee things, as it were. So we balance each other out quite well. But
back, you're horizontal.
Yeah. But the flow on the river is lovely. It's lovely today. It's perfect.
So if you are coming from, excuse me,
Newbury Way,
you're going against coming with the flow. It's absolutely fine.
Yeah, and this end tends to be the fastest bit, yeah. I'd say. So
when we came on here, we spoke to a couple of guys in the Cunning Man, and they said from here to Newbury is the worst bit. Yeah. Once you're through all of this, you're absolutely fine, and it was a pleasure. And if it stays like this, or as flowy as that was there, then I'll be happy.
Wow.
You know.
Strapping your seat belts and come along
if you want to go faster.
Come along for the ride. Story about the swing bridge that we've just been through and my windlass. As you can see, I have a pink windlass. Normally windlasses just come in the steel that they're made in. Kev bought it for me the first Christmas we were together as a jokey Christmas present. Yeah. So for Valentine's Day, then had it powder coated pink for me. So obviously it's very precious to me. But the Sulhamstead swing bridge, which we've just been through, when we did it before Christmas, the first time when we went up to the services, I really struggled with it. It was really tough to do. It was actually okay today, but it was really tough to do. In fact, Kev had to get off the boat and help me. So when we went back up through after Kev's sister had been for the weekend, I put my windlass down, because you take your windlass because they lock the swing bridges off. I unlocked it, put my windlass down, and actually I managed to open it by myself, and I was so excited, had a little celebration. Super excited, and then Kev came through the swing bridge, and actually the wind, I think it was, took you to the right. Do you remember?
Yeah, we ended up on the wrong side.
And he was kind of struggling a bit with the boat, so I went to kind of help out and all the rest of it, and I left my pink windlass by the swing bridge, not unknowingly, obviously. And we got to Tile Mill, and I realised, and I was absolutely gutted. I was so upset. We saw a boat on our way past as we were going up towards the services, and we said to them, can you keep an eye out for it? I put a post on Insta hashtag lost pink windlass. But kind of thought, you know what, I'm not going to see it again. And then we were Aldermaston. We were at Aldermaston, and we'd gone up to Aldermaston, and we were just the other side of the lock, literally just the other side of the lock. In fact, the boat kept moving because we were so close to the lock, the top of the lock. And it's October, and we were sat out in the morning having a cup of coffee because Kev's brother and sister-in-law had come up, and I just happened to glance at the lock behind us, and I saw a flash of pink, and I said to Kev, I think they've got my windlass. And he said, really? I said, yes. So anyway, he took the blue windlass with him because he's got a blue one. So he took his blue windlass and went up, and lo and behold, they did. It had been left on a somebody had picked it up on, it was a holiday boat, wasn't it? Holiday boat, yeah. And it had obviously gone back to the holiday company, and somebody who worked for them was moving the boat and was using it. And Kev said, what did you say to him?
I went up with my windlass behind my back, and I said, silly question, did you find that windlass on a swing bridge? He went, no. He said it was returns with the boat to the hire company which is moving the boat. I said, I said, I don't want to disappoint you, but I've got my blue one out. And I went, my other half's got a matching pink one. That's my partner's windlass that she left on the swing bridge a couple of days ago. And he was gutted that he had to give it, he gave it back, no issues at all.
Yeah, he was lovely.
But he was gutted because he said, pink's my favourite colour, I'm a drag queen.
What are the chances? Because if we hadn't been out on the back of the boat in October at that particular moment in time, and I hadn't happened to have glanced at the boat coming through the lock and seen this flash of pink, wouldn't have got it back, because as soon as you've used your windlass, you put it away. So by the time they'd come past us, the windlass would have, you know, I wouldn't have seen it. Just the timing of it was perfect, and the fact that I was facing the right way. I could have been sat facing that way, but I was looking at the lock. So yeah, so my pink windlass went on a little adventure, but it came back to me. So, obviously we weren't vlogging at that time, so we didn't film anything. So I just thought as we went through, it reminded me, thought I'd share it with you. We've got another electronic swing bridge coming up. Looks fairly busy, so let's see if we have more courteous drivers this time around. Kev seems to think this is the one where Amy and Wes had a driver. I think you're right, I think I recognise it. Had a driver that ended up in the middle of the bridge.
But decided he didn't want to wait.
I mean, you know, as dangerous as that is, I would find that quite funny for the driver. They're just so impatient.
I'd have just left him on it.
Yeah. I mean, if you're not on a boat and you ever come across a swing bridge, just please just have a little bit of patience, because we just need to get through. Doesn't take too long. Doesn't take too long at all. And we do try to avoid really busy times.
So again, this lock is one of the old monkey locks, the vegetation ones that we showed you last week, I think it was, that it used to be all up the sides and everything else. And again, I think I explained it fairly wellish last time, that it took so long to fill and took so much water that they got rid of it all and made them like these clamshell. It is quite a shame that they had to get rid of them, but I suppose back in the day when they were used rather than for pleasure craft, and you were transporting goods up and down and all over the place, time's money. And
last lock was left with the bottom paddles open so that it was empty. And we wondered why, but actually look at that. You can see why. It's pouring over the top of the lock gates. So obviously, I can't imagine it's going to take too long to fill. Although it is one of these weird old dugout ones with the vegetation either side. But look at that, the amount of water that's coming in. I wonder how long, if I didn't raise the paddles the other end, I wonder how long it would take to fill the actual lock. So I had to find the only, it's not even that big, hole on this lock landing and stick my foot in it. It made me fall over. I don't think I've fallen over for, I can't tell you how many years, certainly without alcohol involved. I think we've reached the challenging bit of our journey now. Kev had literally just said,
it's not a challenge,
relatively stress-free cruise. Yeah, until we got to the last lock, and well, the water was pouring over the back gates into the lock. The lock has to be left empty, so the paddles were up at the bottom.
There's a tree down.
Oh, now we've got a tree down. Okay.
Everything in your head and everything.
I'm holding.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I'm going to try and move it out of the way.
Uh-oh. Oh my goodness, we're going over that way now. Oh, babe. Are you alright?
Head just whip back and smash me in the head. Where's the dog? Look at the dog.
That was I think Kev tainted it. He seriously tainted it by saying we had a stress-free cruise. We've just been attacked by 2 trees. Oh my goodness, Kev nearly got knocked out.
Well, the branch flipped. Back in the head.
Oh my goodness me. Well, hopefully that's it now.
Nature?
But also I did have the gimbal in my hand. How much I caught though, because I was ducking. It actually whipped me across the back as I was ducking down. So God knows what it did to Kev. I'm surprised he's still standing there, not hanging off the tree. But the trouble is we went round a tree that had come into the river, and then the flow just took us towards another tree. It's like, Kev, you're going towards that tree. Yeah, no, I can't help it. Can't help it. It is what it is. But, oh, right, okay, please let it be stress-free for the rest of it, because that was a very stressful 20 minutes or so. It all started with the lock.
Scream if you want to go faster.
No, I don't want to go faster. I want to get off.
Not for you.
This is like a fortress bridge. It's like, do not enter.
They don't want people in there, do they?
What is it that it goes across then?
I don't remember.
It says strictly no mooring at any time, which obviously you wouldn't want to. Oh, it's a continuous river flow measurement station. Oh. Is what it is. But look at that. Done everything they can to stop people climbing up there.
Geese.
We've just completed all the twisty turny bits. Kev's been beeping his horn like mad. Sound like an old-fashioned steam train coming down the canal. However, just as we came round the last really twisty bit, there's a weir on the corner as well. So Kev took the decision to stay over towards the left, so we weren't near the weir. And what happened? Come round the corner, and there's a boat. But they must have heard the all the beeping and the noise, because they held back. They heard how horny I was. No, you just did. I think it's fine. It's a good old dad joke, isn't it? So, but anyway, they were brilliant. Holiday boater, they just kind of hovered in the water, waited for us to come round, and we did not touch them. So, also, I think some credit needs to go to Kev, because we were properly on the left-hand side, and then he managed to get us around them. So this should be, that's it now, with twisty-turny bits. So fingers crossed that there is a space outside the pub, because I feel like we need a drink, even though I'm alcohol free this week. I feel like we just need to chill out a little bit. So.
Well, this is now the last lock of the day, hopefully. Cunning Man's not that far down there, there's a bridge and stuff like that. Em's going to walk down and take a walkie-talkie and just see if there is some space. It gets the river now, we're going to come along here, the river then joins, so it's going to get flowy, and then there's the moorings on the Cunning Man. So I'd rather her be off the boat, and I can launch her the centre line. At least she can pull me in if I'm going at a bit more of a rapid pace than I want. It is now 12 o'clock. All being well, we should be moored up by 12:30ish, give or take. Well, we're here, and as I thought on the last lot, we all moored up by 12:30. So that was a good run down, no dramas. So if you're anxious about...
No dramas?
Well, apart from the tree incident, that was just an extra bit of the ride. I just added in.
To be fair, the river was quite kind to us,
yeah.
Apart from the tree bit.
Apart from the tree bit, which I couldn't really help, in fairness. It was a really good ride. So if you're anxious about going on rivers or anything, just imagine yourself at Thorpe Park for the day. And as you can see, we are here outside the Cunning Man, and we've got the most horrible mooring spot. Look. It's such a way to that style bit there, just to jump over. It's beckoning, it's calling us already. We're going to have a cup of tea first and a cup of coffee, and sort the dogs out, and then probably go for a quick cheeky pint. So, yeah, we're going to say goodbye, leave it there, and go and enjoy the rest of the day. Take care, see you soon. Part of a number of Christmas presents, I might add. And then for Valentine's Day, he had it and yourself powder coated for me. Powder coated, Starling. Keep down. Sorry. Fine. Little interlude there. I kind of get the money side of it and the time that it takes, but just one of them things around here. Okay. I think we might have reached the challenging part. I didn't expect it to get me. I think we might have reached the challenging bit of the... Hey? I can't hear, sorry. I'm talking to the camera! Oh, sorry. Blooper. So I think I was in the middle of telling you... This isn't the dodgy one yet. Okay. Filming. We need a little light that says... Yeah, that says on air. On air.